We've explored where artificial intelligence is heading. Now we turn to the most pressing question for anyone entering the modern economy: the implications for work. Welcome to our next module, where we explore exactly how artificial intelligence is reshaping our professional lives. To understand this shift, we will map out 4 key areas, starting with the mechanics of daily work, followed by the economic projections, the ways technology integrates into our roles, and finally, the reality of the transition. Answering the question of AI's impact requires setting aside both panic and blind optimism. We need a methodical look at the reality of the workplace today. We begin by redefining how we look at our daily responsibilities. AI rarely replaces an entire job all at once. Instead, it automates specific tasks. Every job breaks down into dozens of smaller, individual actions. Consider a paralegal or a graphic designer. Their roles consist of routine modules, like sorting data, summarizing documents, or drafting emails. But they also execute uniquely human modules, building client relationships, applying professional judgment, and reading a room. Looking behind the algorithm, we find that AI is highly capable at repetitive, pattern-heavy tasks because it learns from historical data. It struggles in brand new situations or environments requiring physical dexterity and genuine empathy. When we adopt this tasks-based view, the fear-based question of "will AI take my job?" shifts. It becomes a practical question. Which parts of my work will AI take over, and what will that free me up to do? Next, we turn our attention to the macroeconomic projections and workforce studies. This graph plots global workforce projections toward 2030, contrasting alarming headlines with careful workforce data. Common forecasts do point to tens of millions of jobs being displaced globally over the coming years. However, they also project an even larger number of entirely new roles being created. We call this loss of existing tasks to new technology job displacement. And while a net gain of jobs looks great on paper, the transition is full of friction. A worker whose role is automated cannot automatically transfer into one of the newly created roles if it requires different skills or is located in a different city. We also see a specific vulnerability for junior workers. In fields like software engineering, hiring for entry-level roles has softened. AI can now perform the beginner-level tasks that companies traditionally use to train their junior staff. The real-world impact is already measurable. Job postings specifically demanding AI skills have spiked sharply, and workers who possess those skills are earning meaningfully more than their peers in the exact same roles who lack them. While the macroeconomic data points to overall growth, the micro-level reality for individual workers is a difficult transition that demands new competencies. Let's examine how this technology actually integrates into daily professional workflows. AI enters the workplace through 2 distinct models. The first is automation, where a machine completely takes over a task or role. The second is augmentation, where an AI system assists a person, making them faster and more capable, while the human stays entirely in charge. Looking at this comparison table, we can see the mechanical differences. Automation fits well-defined, repetitive tasks, meaning the original task goes away. Augmentation fits complex work needing human judgment, meaning the worker remains in charge but gets considerably faster. We see augmentation when a triage nurse uses AI to rapidly flag risky patient charts, or when a mechanic uses a diagnostic assistant to quickly pinpoint engine trouble. Despite the popular focus on total replacement, human plus AI collaboration, augmentation, is currently the far more common pattern across the economy. The immediate threat to most workers is not being directly replaced by a machine. The threat is being outcompeted by a human who knows how to use AI. We conclude by confronting the dual reality facing the modern workforce. A responsible discussion requires naming the risks. Real disruption is happening. Certain roles will shrink, some will disappear entirely, and affected workers will desperately need support and reskilling, the process of learning new competencies to move into a different role. When the factory assembly line arrived, it automated manual tasks and caused severe friction for workers caught in the middle. But over time, that industrial transition generated far more work than it destroyed. We saw the same pattern with early computing. Spreadsheets wiped out the need for thousands of manual ledger clerks, but they immediately birthed entirely new fields of financial analysis based on human strengths: care, craft, and judgment under uncertainty. Whether a specific field faces painful disruption or massive opportunity, the required individual response is identical. You must build adaptable, durable skills. We have traced the breakdown of work from tasks to data, mechanics, and historical precedent. The core lessons are clear. Think in tasks, not monolithic jobs. Respect the friction within the net positive workforce data, and recognize that augmentation is the prevailing norm for modern professionals. The dual reality of disruption and opportunity is unavoidable. It must be met with preparation rather than avoidance. The best and only response to the future of work is to intentionally build skills that endure. Let's look at what those durable skills are next.